Hey guys, I'm Katie from Trail Less Traveled, and today I wanted to give you guys a tour of our brand new 2019 Grand Design 312 BHTS. We have had it for a little over a week, and we have taken it how many hundreds of miles?
Probably close to 800 miles?
Yeah, probably close to 800 miles already. So you'll notice she has some bugs and guts all over her already because she's already gone on a trip. I just wanted to show you all the features and the great things about this setup. It really reminds me a lot of some of the fifth wheel bunkhouses, but with significantly less weight and hitch weight for what you get inside. This bad boy is 37 feet 4 inches long. It weighs in at just over 10,000 pounds loaded and a tongue weight of I believe 825 pounds? 855, that sounds right. 855 for the hitch weight. You definitely want at least a 3/4 ton truck to tow this bad boy. So, but we'll start with the outside features on this side, and then we'll actually do outside a little bit later when the sun goes down a little bit more because it's still sunny on that side. So this is one of the great features of this unit, is this pass-through storage bay that goes all the way through. So it actually comes with this hose so you can spray off dogs, kids, the camper, whatever you need to spray off. So you can hook that up to this nozzle here. There's different valves open for different things, and you can actually siphon water in to do sanitizing of your tanks, which is awesome because it is a pretty hard process if you can't suck all that stuff in there. You can also use it for winterizing, things like that. And there's a city water connection, and then you also have a black tank flush, which we learned using it on our last camping trip that it actually gets a lot more junk out of there than you think it's going to. All of your connections, so your water connection just comes through a hole that's here in the bay. So this is closed off. It can stay heated and warm so that if you're doing some winter camping, it's not going to freeze over quite as fast. So we also have lights on the end cap to help get set up at nighttime, which is pretty nice. We've also used it to help clean up the campsite and stuff. There's a plug for solar, so you can use a portable solar charger to get some power in your rig. It does have power stabilizer jacks, and then it also has the slam latches, which is really nice because they are so convenient. Just pop it open, magnetized up, and then to close it, you just drop it, which is nice. So I'll show you guys inside, and then we'll come back out after the sun goes down a little more. Welcome inside. So I'll give you guys a tour of the kitchen area first, and I'll try to point out as many of the features as I can because I know when you're looking for an RV especially, it's really important and you wonder, and sometimes the tours or whatever, the website for the RV doesn't quite tell you everything you want to know. So I'm going to try to get to all of those things. The first thing that we'll start with is this kitchen island, which is one of the big reasons why we purchased this rig, because it has so much more counter space, and we have the additional counter space over here. So there's plenty of space to work. One of the first things that we'll talk about is this gigantic farm sink. It is huge. You can definitely fit your big pots and pans down in here to wash them, no problem. There is a retractable sprayer, so it does the stream or the spray, and it, as far as RV sinks go, it is top notch. Another great thing about this kitchen is the size of the storage under the sink. Between the 3 drawers and the storage under the sink, you almost have the entire island for storage. Both of these doors open up, and there is ample space. I mean, we have dog food container. This is also where we store the tops for the island. There's room for a lot of stuff in here. These I got from IKEA. They were great. Oops. This is actually attached with Velcro 3M so that it doesn't slide around when we're going down the road. And then cleaning supply tubs. I mean, there is so much space down here under this sink. So this is the stove and oven. So it does have a propane oven, which is pretty awesome. We have not used it yet, but we will. And there is a 3-burner stove. And this folds up to protect the window behind you. Isn't that great? And these are big, sturdy grates, so I think it'll be a good stove, although we have not cooked inside yet because of the outdoor kitchen. And then the microwave is actually a convection oven as well. So, and it is a good size. I would say it fits a casserole pan. Then there is big, deep storage that goes all the way back, to here. Oh, this is another spot where you could store big things. I don't even really have a whole lot in there yet because there's just so much other space. All of our pots and pans so far are down here in this drawer underneath. Don't even need this big space yet. Then there's the 3 drawers on the island. So, you know, we've got things like silverware, towels, utensils, all that kind of stuff fits in these drawers. So also in the kitchen is this, which we use for our pantry storage. So there is a lot of space. 2 cabinets, big and deep, and then I got these tubs from IKEA, which I actually got the idea from 5 to Go. Thanks guys. And they fit awesome. Varyria. I'll write it down below, but that's what these tubs are. And they come in big and little, and the big tubs actually fit really nicely in this rig as well. So I have on order more to go up top because I am a little short, so it's nice to just grab a tub down. And it keeps everything from moving around when you're going down the roads. Lots of storage up here for food. More than we needed for on the camping trip that we went on. There were 12 people and it was plenty of space to feed 12 people. This double fridge is amazing. After coming from one of the single little RV fridges, this thing has so much space. So there is the giant double freezer with the pass-through, tubs on the side. We had gigantic bags of ice in here and it still had room for other stuff. So it is pretty nice the amount of storage that you have. And then down here, I mean, it's almost feels as big as my fridge in the house. But one of the great things that I noticed about this is it has these bars that will stop stuff from falling off of the cabinet when you're going down the road. And there's one that goes side to side too, so you can actually tuck your eggs in so they don't move. It doesn't automatically hold the fridge open for ventilation, but Grand Design does give you a little thing to keep it held open.
Is that Grand Design or the Dominic?
Well, maybe it's Dominic, but you know, Grand Design puts it in the rig. And there are 2 more drawers down here, which we kind of use as like our junk drawers, which is great because it's accessible. And then there is plenty of charging on this little coffee bar. Bit of a coffee pot, ice maker, whatever it is. And then your controls for your AC are here. There's USB port. Then you also have your control for your max air fan, which the unit does come with. Now for the entertainment center. I use this actually for plate storage because there's so much space, and since we're only doing weekends, I have some plates for washing if I so feel like it, but then I also have a lot of paper plates, so we have a lot of plates, but this was a great space. Plus, I'm pretty short. I'm only 5'3", and I can definitely still reach all of this stuff, which is amazing. In a lot of campers, you can't, the stuff's up so high you can't get to it, but this is really accessible. And then you've got your TV that comes with the unit. There's a stereo in here with some extra storage. It does have Bluetooth, so you can hook up your phone and play music. And then you've got your fireplace, which right now it's set to no heat, so you can just run it for ambiance. It's nice to have the heater so that you don't have to turn on the rig heater if you don't want to. You can just use this little space heater. And then there is a little bit of extra storage on this side, which I have nothing in except plastic bags right now. So if you're wondering if this unit has enough storage, the answer to that question is yes, it does. Over here there is more storage, a whole nother hutch. So 3 doors again, big space. I don't know if you guys can see it from over there, but I have the big size of that IKEA tub is up here. And again, most of this is empty. So there is significantly more storage in here than our old rig. And then same thing down on the bottom, you've got all kinds of storage. Then we have the comfy seating, which is, wait for it, a recliner. This is one of those things that you don't think matters when you're camping, but if you get stuck inside, if it's rainy, if it's super hot, if it's buggy outside at night and you can't sit out there, having a comfortable place to sit really actually is important. And these have lights, and they have massage and heat and the whole 9 yards, which is awesome. And there's also storage for your remotes in the arm. The big windows are awesome too in this unit, especially for a travel trailer. Usually you have little itty bitty windows, but in this one you have giant windows. This is the dinette, which We have been in some of them with the freestanding kitchenettes, and honestly, they're harder to get in and out of than this is. This is easier to use. Even though there's only seating for 4, we can figure out something to sit on the end if we all need to eat inside. Both of these benches open up and have storage underneath. So again, storage that I have nothing in yet. So plenty of storage. And then this also converts to a bed. It's not long enough. I mean, it probably would be pushing it if I was sleeping on it at 5'3". So it's probably more for extra kids. Another thing is we'll use it to watch TV. The first night that we got it, it was stormy. The kids had to be stuck inside. So we laid this all the way down flat, got the couch cushions out from the bunkhouse, put them across the back, and then let the kids watch TV while we waited for the storms to go by. Here's the control panel. So this is where there's actually the lights are in here, step light for outside, water pump. There is a gas and an electric water heater, which supposedly helps the water heat back up faster so that if you're taking a shower, you might not run out of water quite so fast. The awning controls are in here. This is also where you can test your levels and see. So all of our tanks are empty right now, and they're all reading empty. So at the push of a button, you can tell if your tanks are empty, a third full, 2/3 full, or full. And then there is also the automatic lights, which is a nice feature. I'll show you those. But this is also where you control 2 out of the 3 slides. Each slide comes out separately, which is something that you might not think is important, but actually it is. If you are someplace where you can't open all of your slides, so for instance, maybe you had to stop in a Walmart parking lot, maybe you're parked in front of somebody's house, there's an obstruction on one side and you're just temporarily parked, it is nice to be able to open one slide at a time so that you can get to something if you need to. And so there are separate controls for all 3 slides. Should we go to the bunkhouse? Here's the bunkhouse, which is the big reason why we picked this rig. So we have the bunk over here, and this one is where Maddie sleeps. These are rails to keep them from going off the edge of the bed. But this one will push up, out of the way, so easy. It automatically springs in so you don't have to worry about latching it, so that you can sit on the couch and watch TV if you so choose. And it's also pretty easy to maneuver it back down. Just drops back down. And I believe these are rated to like 200 or 300 pounds. It's something crazy, so they can hold a grown-up for sure. There are windows on each wall in the bunkhouse, which is also nice, so you can get cross ventilation if you are not using your air conditioning. I'll show you how the couch folds out, because there's also a little bit of storage under the couch, which is nice. So it's pretty easy. You just pop the cushions off, and then you pull it out, get your legs up, and then this folds down to make the bed. So this is where Oliver sleeps. We put all of our extra bedding under the couch. So to pop this up, it's pretty easy again. Push it up, push the legs in, give it a push, and she folds back down. Another great feature about this bunkhouse is that there are air conditioning and heating vents, and there's also a vent, so you can open it up again and have the have more air, more breeze coming in if you're not running your air conditioner. Here is the other side, the other bunk. So there is a built-in ladder on this side. There is no ladder in the other one, but it works because you can step up on the other bed and get up there. Another bunk just like the other one with a window. It's awesome. But this, when we bought this one, we had not been in a 2019. We had only been in a 2018 that had stairs instead of this wardrobe, and this wardrobe blows the stairs out of the water. When I opened it, I was giddy like a child because there is so much space in here. So there's hanging space, and then there's also shelves behind the stairs. And then couldn't be more convenient for us, but there are 3 drawers. So one for each kiddo here in the bunkhouse as well. One of the awesome things that Grand Design did that I believe is new maybe 2018, but for sure 2019 is these, as you see it go off in here. The light up inside the doorway, and there's also one in the bathroom, but they're motion sensor lights. So you can either have it off, on, or motion sensing. So you can leave that on, so like when you walk into the rig, there's light. So you're not fumbling around trying to find light switches, there is immediately light. There's also some coat hooks directly inside the door, and then this is your controls for your big slide where the couch and the dinette are. So those are here because when it's in, you can't get to the control panel. So they've got this nice feature here. And then we added some more coat hooks here because clearly 2 is not enough for a family of 5. And the other thing about Grand Designs is these nice big giant wide doors. But then we'll kind of show you the bathroom space. There's a nice tall medicine cabinet. So it opens up and it has 3 shelves in here, which is great. We can get a lot of stuff in here. I wish they would have taken a little bit farther over. There's a lot of dead wall space right here. There's probably a reason, but I want the space. Nice big mirror, the sink, there's extra counter space to put some things when you're getting ready, 3 drawers, and then the under sink space, which again is a pretty big space. And then we'll show you the shower, which is pretty nice. I'll get in there so you can kind of see a size. But then there's also some towel storage. There goes that automatic light. We should have turned it on. Towel storage up above the toilet, which holds more towels than you think it's gonna hold. So we'll show you some of that stuff. Here's the shower. It is plenty tall. I can barely reach the top of the skylight if I really try. So it's got plenty of room. And then we hung some hooks. This one I got from Keep Your Daydream. Good job, guys. In here for swimsuits, towels, all that kind of stuff. They're just 3M hooks. You can hear the kids outside, but they're having fun. So here's the towel storage. It is two shelves worth, plenty of storage. One of the things, again, something that you don't think about when you're looking at campers until you're in the midst of it, is that this rig has light switches, and it even has a light switch for the fan, which I would not be able to reach the fan without the light switch. The kids can definitely not reach the lights or the fan without the light switches. In our old rig, our kids couldn't go into the camper without us at night if the lights were off because somebody had to come in and turn on the lights. So the fact that we have motion sensing lights and light switches so that they can get to the lights is huge. It's huge. So it's something that you need to think about when you are picking out your camper. Another thing that's nice about this rig are the pocket doors. So it's got a pocket door for the bathroom and it's got a pocket door for the bunkhouse. Both of them slide all the way closed and actually block out quite a bit of the noise, which is nice, especially to have the bunkhouse. So we can still have the rest of the camper even after the kids have gone to bed. Welcome to the bedroom. So this is another reason why we really liked this rig, is because the bedroom has a door, an actual real life door that closes, as well as cross breezes, 2 closets here, 3 big storage spaces up here, and another closet with drawers, and under the bed storage. You've got a deep storage closet that goes all the way back, so it is pretty deep. And then it actually has the mirrors built in, which is nice too, so that you can check out what you look like. Then you have under the bed storage that is really big. It looks like it's not very big because it's taken up by a mattress
Topper.
by a mattress topper. Thank you. So we actually used this in the old rig to put on so that a grown-up could sleep in the bunkhouse, and we weren't quite sure if we wanted to take it out yet, but we could put beach towels, extra bedding, a step stool. I mean, we could fit all kinds of stuff in here, even with this in here, so it is a pretty big space. You have these cabinets, which, again, I can pretty easily access these, which was not really the case in our other camper. You couldn't even get to them, and they're much bigger in here as well. So you can fit a lot more stuff up there. There's a nice ledge along the back to put your phone and charge it with some USB chargers. They've thought about a lot of different stuff. And then I'll show you to the big closet over here. So this is the big, wonderful closet. You can actually put one of the washer dryer combinations in here, so that is a plus. And then there's so much hanging, and there are 2 pretty big drawers down here as well. So for us, there are 5 drawers for clothing, so everybody gets a drawer when we go camping, and that makes it fair and creates less fits. We're gonna go jump outside and finish the outside tour, and then you can let us know what you think about the rig. This is another excellent feature that the Bunkhouse gives you, is an outdoor kitchen. So we have a whole nother, I believe, 4 square foot refrigerator outside. So we don't have to go in and disturb the kids if we want to have a delicious adult beverage after the kids go to bed. There's also a drawer for storage, and then there is a grill here. So, or not grill, but stove, an outdoor stove. As you can tell, it's a little less functional for me, especially if the passenger side of the rig was down and we had to level it and come up. It's pretty tall for me. Like, me washing my hands in the sink right now is a little ridiculous. Again, you have even more storage outdoors. So we keep the dog supplies, we keep some toys, we keep our hammock, all that stuff. And there's a big giant storage space up top. So we keep the kids' toys up there so that we're in control of when they get the toys out. And then it's also covered by the door. So that makes it really nice if it is raining lightly. You can still cook outside and not have to stink up or heat up the rig. So, get out of here! Kennedy is on the other side. So this is the other side of the storage. It looks really super full, but it's mostly because our camping chairs are in here. It goes all the way through. It's wide, it's big. I mean, this is one of those big giant like wrapping paper storage containers. So that tells you like how big it is. And there is a little dip here that normally we don't have our ice maker in. Tells you how tired we were after last weekend because we haven't even carried this in yet. You can put little odds and ends in here to ride and you don't lose them. So there is a blue light under the stairs. It's a little bit hard to see right now, but so you can keep that on at night and it doesn't really create a brightness everywhere or attract a whole lot of bugs. So if you need to keep this on so you're not tripping, it doesn't disturb your neighbors, all that good stuff, there is a blue light there. And then the other pieces is there's an awning light that goes all the way across the whole awning to give you some light out under your space. And then there are outdoor speakers as well. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell so you don't miss any of our videos. And leave a comment down below if you want me to do a little more detailed video about how I organize everything in the rig to show you around a little bit more in depth. We'll see you on the trail.